All right, this is a movie review of Sovereign, starring Dennis Quaid, Nick Offerman, and Jacob Tremblay. This movie is based on a true story of a shooting that happened in 2010 by a guy who was a sovereign citizen and his son. The movie is well shot, well acted, good atmospheric music. It's a good movie. But can you really say it's a good movie? What is the point of this movie? Aesthetically, sure, it's fine, but what is the point? What is the message behind this movie? Why would liberal left-leaning Hollywood take this event that happened in 2010, 15 years ago, and turn it into a movie? I'm telling you why. It's because they want to demonize the ideas in this film spouted by Nick Offerman's character about these anti-government ideas. Now, it's the same reason that Hollywood made The Order a couple years ago. I think it was last year, actually, starring Jude Law, playing an FBI agent, and they go after some bank robbers who turn out to be white supremacists. Bob Matthews being the leader. Now, that movie, also a pretty good movie, fine movie. They really Hollywooded it up, and the ending is not actually what happened in real life. But other than that, why are they making these kind of movies? Why would Hollywood make a movie about white racists? Why would they make a movie about a white sovereign citizen? An event that happened in 2010, an event that happened in the 80s with The Order. That's so long ago. Why wouldn't they make a movie about that sooner? It's because Donald Trump is in power, and they want to demonize these right-wing people. They want to demonize anti-government views. They want to demonize I wouldn't say pro-racist, but, having your people together. They want to promote diversity. That's what they want to promote, diversity. So you promote something that's the opposite of diversity, you people coming together and having, one homogenous group. They don't want that. And they want you to think that is evil, despite the Federalist number 2, saying America is blessed because it's united by one land, one tongue, English, one religion, Christianity, and one people group, white people, English for the most part. So they're trying to demonize these ideas. Now, the sovereign citizens are oftentimes pretty Looney Tunes, but not all of their ideas are worth chucking out. Many of them are worth listening to, such as what they say about money and the Federal Reserve. They're not the only ones that say those kind of things. The Federal Reserve isn't federal. It's not owned by the government. It's a private bank, and it's fiat currency worth basically nothing. But, why is Dennis Quaid in this movie? He's a right-winger. He's a Trump guy. Why would he make this movie? Because he's not that far to the right. He would never endorse these kind of anti-government ideas. He would never endorse homogenous people ideas. He would never do that. But he would vote for Trump. And that's why he's a right-winger. He did a movie called Reagan last year, which was the greatest hits. And Reagan said, the worst things you can hear are, I'm from the government, here to help. But here he is in a movie where a guy who embodies that ethos is the villain. And the reason is, like I said, they want to demonize these ideas, and that's really it. It's not a big mystery. So the movie's fine. I can't say it's good because the message isn't good. Ultimately, the message isn't good. So this movie ends the way Fargo ends. This movie ends the way in Fargo. You have the lady cop and her husband sitting in bed, and they're doing their mundane stuff, and they're expecting their baby to come, and that's the end of the movie. At the end of this movie, his son, who is a cop, dies, and he has to watch over the baby, and the baby cries, and he picks it up, and to swelling music, they go outside in the evening, and he's looking at his grandson, and that's the end of the movie. And I suppose he's looking at his grandson being like, you're the future, and I represent the government, and I have to instill in you pro-government values. I have to instill in you the desire and willingness to obey people like me. That's really the message. That's really the message here. Otherwise, why would they make this movie? It's not a particularly uplifting story. It's not uplifting at all. It's not uplifting in the slightest. You have a crazy sovereign citizen guy who gets his son involved in this situation, and then the son ends up killing a guy, and then they both get killed in a shootout. They both get killed in a shootout. Thankfully, the dog jumps out of the van and runs away. No word on what happened to him in real life. He's probably dead by now. You know, it's been 10 years. But that's it for my review. Give it a watch if you want. But just remember, the point of this movie is to make you hate the ideas that Nick Offerman, in his character as a sovereign citizen, is saying. And that's it. That's it. Bye-bye.